I am back from the Bay Area and I have a couple finished projects. Well, one finished project twice, and then work on one, and then some extra yarn that I picked up that I shouldn't have while I was in the Bay Area. So let's go ahead and take a look and see where I am at with some various projects. So first off, the sweater that I made while I was at my mom's house was delivered to the neighbor girl. And she loved it, and apparently I have a thank you card coming. So totally sweet of her, the next door neighbor's kid, to give me a thank you for the little pink cardigan. I really appreciate that. It's always nice to be appreciated when you have the work done. So using that same yarn, which was the Cascade 220, I made a couple of berets. They're two different sizes, because the first one I made, which is this one, I had the wrong needle size. I had a 4.25 hook, and I had a smaller hook than what I needed. I had a 5, and I needed a 5.5. So this one ended up small. The beret pattern is from Cascade. I saw it and followed the tutorial that was done by Karina on Just Vintage Knits. She had just loaded this pattern up right before I saw it and followed the review, since I happen to have the Cascade 220 yarn. So I made the first one following the tutorial, and I think it's supposed to be like a hour beret or something. And it came out small. So I went to Fangari's and got a 5.5 hook while I was still up there, and I made the second beret. And with this beret, you can see that it actually, boop, fits. Let me get this properly on my head here. As a beret, extra room. I don't do hats well, so that's just sort of a me issue. But you can see that the beret has the room in the back. It's very cute. Has a nice little kind of flower petal type pattern. So to me, it seemed to work well alongside the cardigan that had the little petal shape on the yoke. The other hat that I finished was one that I picked up as a kit at the LA Yarn Crawl at Jennifer Knits, and this is from Uneek Yarns. So the hat is finished. Very, very colorful. I was not fond of using this particular yarn in crochet because it kept catching in my hook. So I'd have to like redo stitches because the yarn was splitting. I think it would be okay to knit with, but again, it was not my favorite to crochet with. But I like the pattern. The pattern came out nice, so, have the hat on, brim comes up, little extra room. It does have two sizes in the pattern, one for kids, one for adults. And it comes with enough to have a folded brim. So I really enjoyed making the hat because it did go very, very quickly. I like the pattern. I like the yarn, just not necessarily for knitting. And it was a unique self-striping worsted yarn. So very, very pretty colors, very easy pattern to follow. I have some other yarns that I will probably make some more of these for. I also got in additional work on my lace shawl, which you can see here. Give you a little bit better close-up detail. I know in the last video, because I was at my mom's, I didn't have my lighting, so you couldn't see it quite as well, but it's just absolutely stunning pattern. Right now I have about 40-something inches, right around 40 inches, I believe, for this shawl. And I have, thankfully, was able to get one last ball of the Tea Mist yarn from Valhalla Yarns. This is naturally colored alpaca, and it was spun to a fingering weight. So the colors might not match completely if more than one white alpaca was used. The colors might be a little bit off. I don't think that they are, but they might be. So once I have that done, I will be able to block the sweater or not the sweater, I'm sorry, the scarf. So I'll be able to block that scarf, and then I have a friend in San Diego that's already claimed it. So she will be purchasing this shawl. If you are interested, I can write up a pattern. It is a pretty easy lace pattern with or without the beads. The beads are optional. So if it's something you might be interested in, let me know in the comments, and I will see about getting a pattern written up for this. I am using an Estonian lace pattern for the body of the shawl. I do not have enough yarn to make the proper length that I'm looking for and have lace edging, so you know, it is what it is, but it'll still be, I think, really, really pretty. So I also shopped the clearance section at Fengari's. Now, these are all yarns that are discontinued, so you can't find them anymore. And they were just trying to get rid of their stock. So I got them for really, really great prices. I love Eyelash yarns. So I have, this is called Mustachio Friends Incorporated. I have 2 of these in persimmon, which is that color. And I have 1 yellow, and this is banana. And then I also have 1 additional color. This one is labeled as brick. So I will find something to do with these because I really do absolutely love eyelash yarns. I think it might be fun to do like a big scarf or something that's kind of like ombre from yellow into the darker brick color. That might be fun. I also found 2 prism yarns, and I just recently bought my first one over at L'Atelier during the LA County Yarn Crawl, and I believe that the colors on these are the same one that I bought, which is called Lipstick. So these 2 fuzzy yarns, I might be able to combine with the one that I purchased and make kind of a funky scarf with some fuzziness mixed into it. Maybe make a little triangle shawl or something out of it. We'll see. But I was able to get these 2, and for a reduced price. So this one originally was $21.95, and I got it for $10. And this one originally $15, and again I got it for $10. So I was able to get them reduced. So that is pretty much the update that I have for the leftovers from my trip to San Francisco to visit my mom. Not San Francisco, Half Moon Bay. And so those are the projects. Hope you're interested in them. Let me know which one was your favorite. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks.